everyone, welcome to Indie Cinema Showcase. We're your hosts, Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nando Luis Roman.
We're here at the beautiful Enzian Theater for the Florida Film Festival that runs from August 7th through the 20th. You can catch films virtually and on site.
For the next few days, we're going to be running around checking out some of the films and all the festival has to offer. Earlier today, Christina got the chance to speak with one of the filmmakers whose film premiered on opening night. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Hanging out with me today is director and producer of Surviving SuperCon, Shea. Steven, it's a crazy time. How is it going with you?
It is a crazy time. We just had our premiere last night, so it was exciting. You know, we kind of dodged the rain and had a great crowd out here. But yeah, it's an interesting world we're in at the moment.
First and foremost, too, congratulations on getting into the Florida Film Festival. That's a really big deal. What does that feel like?
It's awesome. And as someone that kind of grew up through Orlando, and I actually came here as a volunteer years ago as an aspiring filmmaker, and now to come back and be able to premiere in front of all my friends and cohorts, it's awesome. It's super exciting. It's a real big honor to be able to be included here.
That's so cool. So it's come full circle. Mm-hmm. Nice. So SuperCon, for our viewers that might not have ever been to a con or don't know what SuperCon is, can you give us a little bit of a rundown?
Sure. SuperCon is one of the biggest pop culture conventions in the country. It's based out of Fort Lauderdale, at least the one that we shot is. And all kinds of things from comic books to cosplay to wrestling to celebrities. And the event that we shot our documentary at is about a 60,000 person event.
That sounds crazy. So I'm going to be honest with you. SuperCon, Surviving SuperCon, was a documentary I didn't know that I needed to see. It was so good. So what sparked this idea?
Basically, I'd been friends with the owners of the convention for a few years, and they were getting ready to kick off their biggest year yet, and so they decided that we should probably document it and try to see what exactly happened. And a lot of crazy things happened, of course, over the course of 4 days that we got to see, and so it really is a big, colorful world, conventions, and there hasn't really been a documentary that shows the behind the scenes and kind of how things go wrong and right. And so it was a neat avenue to explore. Plus, I got to make a documentary in 4 days as opposed to 10 years, which a lot of other people have to do. So to me, I was excited about being able to pull that off too.
Yeah, that was really impressive. And while I was watching, I have to say, many times my face was just like I literally was like. So what was it like being a fly on the wall for all of that craziness?
The kind of stuff that goes wrong, I never could have expected. Like, I didn't suspect half of it was going to actually happen. And it's so random, and every single day was so different and crazy. And our other camera team, we would be texting each other back and forth, being like, this crazy thing just happened. Oh, and then this crazy thing just happened. And it's like, what's going on? So it was exciting, really exciting, and very interesting to see it from a totally different perspective, because the front end of the convention has no idea what's going on behind the scenes, and then you see all of this stuff that happens, and it's just like, oh my God, like how do these even go on?
So was there footage you couldn't use due to time, or any fun stories that might have happened that you wanted to add and couldn't?
There was a lot of footage. The original cut of the movie was 2.5 hours, and so we trimmed it down to a leaner 96 minutes. A lot of the stuff that I didn't include, it's just kind of, we had tons of footage. We had 8 terabytes of footage and 16 hours of interviews. And so going through everything and seeing, we had a lot of stories that just weren't quite as exciting. I mean, I could have made a 2-hour movie on just the parking fiascos there, but that only gets so exciting after a while. So we kind of trimmed it down quite a bit to the stuff that really was more enticing and action driven.
Right. So you are no rookie to the film industry at all. Is this your first ever documentary?
It is my first ever documentary, especially feature. I'd done some behind the scenes documentaries for movies and stuff, but this is a totally different world, and I'm definitely like a narrative, much more of a traditional narrative filmmaker than a documentarian.
Well, you did a fantastic job. I hope this isn't the end for documentaries. You had a great way of keeping everybody interested for an hour and a half.
Yeah, thank you, and it definitely won't be. I've already gotten a dozen calls from other people with other documentary ideas, and what's interesting about this movie too is that conventions are closed this year. There's pretty much no major conventions going to be happening. So a lot of people have said, you know, this is a great experience to be able to see a convention because we don't get the chance to go to them, and who knows for how long, how many months or years, you know, that may come back down the line. So it's neat to be kind of part of that whole zeitgeist.
And I know that things are weird and we can't really predict what's going to happen, but what are your next plans for Surviving SuperCon? Where do you think it's going to go? Where do you plan to take it?
Sure. this is our big kickoff. And so now we're going to start going to distributors and trying to get it sold. Pretty much every film festival has been closed this year. We're gone virtual. And so we're not really doing any more festival stuff. We're kind of just going to go straight to distributors. And ideally, we'll probably get a digital deal, now that everyone's at home watching things and studios can't go out and shoot anything new. The need for content is going to be really big here soon because they're running out of stuff that they've shot. And so hopefully we're in a good scenario to where we can go and get it sold to a bigger studio than we would have before.
Fantastic, and I hope so, because people need to see this. I've been to cons. I would have had no idea that this kind of stuff happens, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
So where can we find information about Surviving SuperCon, more information about you for our viewers who want to look you up and find some of your other work?
Sure. I own a company called Abysmal, which is abysmal.com, ABYSSMAL. That pretty much has all of our stuff on it. And then the owners of SuperCon started a whole new series of conventions called GalaxyCon. If you go to galaxycon.com, those of course have all been postponed this year as well, but they're doing new virtual conventions every day. To where every day they have celebrity meet and greets through Zoom and autographs through Zoom and things that you can still have that convention experience just online now. So the world's still turning. We're still trying to figure out how to stay our heads above water,
Absolutely. Well, I look really forward to seeing what happens next with Surviving SuperCon. Thank you so much. There are his socials, so be sure to follow him. Thank you so much for chatting with me. It's been a pleasure.
For sure.
Thanks, Christina. We're going to be showing you guys Steve and Shea's trailer here in just a little bit. But first, we want to show you guys some of the other mind-blowing movies that are being featured at the Florida Film Festival. Let's check them out.
Let's go, okay? North!
West!
Northwest!
No.
Just regular west. Let's go!
Regular west.
I'm sitting down, let's go! Are you coming too? Yeah, man, for sure. Where are we going?
Okay, pay attention.
Cool.
Mom's in jail.
Gangster.
Carl was fired.
Oh, Larchman.
We're chasing the storm.
Cool.
Don't tell Lillian.
Wait, Lillian is like here.
Louis,
So we're going to chase a storm.
you have no idea what you're doing.
I have a plan.
Oh, so we're just gonna follow Carl's plan?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, well, you film everything. This is ridiculous.
What are you guys, like storm chasers or something?
Yes, and we're gonna be late if we don't get back on the road. Why'd you come back?
Take care of Sam and Carl, really. I can't find Carl. Let me show you, we are here.
Well, I don't know where we are, but my bet is that Carl is right.
Give me
You have to get them from me first. Well, it's normal for families to be worried about each other.
But, maybe not this much.
Carl!
Look at me in the eye when you talk to me, son.
The only people who don't look you in the eye when you're talking, criminals, psychopath.
You do not care about the storm. All you do is control me.
Control you? All I do is try and make you happy.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Right now, I'm just concentrating on really trying to work and get us somewhere to stay.
So what did you buy for them to eat Saturday?
I got everybody a 6-piece of fries, some rice.
Next time you just get a family meal. Don't try to buy everybody individual meals.
When you in the city, you're trapped in the bubble. One moment I'll be happy. I'll think about one thing and I'll get depressed.
Wilderness works. When I first heard of it, I thought it was, like a Boy Scout type thing.
How many people are interested in a backpacking trip? We're talking about real adventure. This stuff changes who you are.
I haven't even seen the outdoors. I just heard stories. But I believe that I was meant to be here. Yo, that's crazy.
You never see something so breathtaking in your life?
Look! It looks like God coming up.
But they can't get me now?
Yeah. I think it's safe.
Turn that junk down, bro.
We're gonna blow up real talk.
We've got 4 passes to do. This one is icy. You've got to be very careful here.
The air is too thin. Can't breathe. Down the slope. Real talk. We go. Oh.
This is a whole different kind of world. This is a hard world, right?
You're just taking it all in on some mind power treat type thing.
When I get back home, I'm gonna be totally changed.
For your safety, remain seated with your arms and legs inside the vehicle.
I figured if you can't come to Florida, why not have Florida come to you?
That, doesn't sound safe.
I'm working on a dino experiment right now that could change what we know about dinosaurs forever. Every dinosaur book would have to be rewritten. Come here, baby dino. Are you real? Ah! Let's make a discovery.
People like to have something to believe in. It's what everyone wants. Ooh, magic. Stories have to come from somewhere.
Miss Love? We were expecting you an hour ago.
Sorry?
Frank? This is Miss Lamb, your new guardian.
I don't want him.
We've all got to do our bit.
I'm supposed to go to school.
Go on, then.
Where is it?
This is Frank. He's an evacuee from London. Miss Lamb, I know you're busy writing your stories.
Academic theses.
They don't look very interesting.
I wrote them. Do you believe in heaven?
Yes.
Well, you shouldn't. What happened to all the people who died before the Christians? Where did their souls go? Summerland.
Where's Summerland?
It's a myth.
Stories have to come from somewhere.
Oi!
It's my dad. In 21 Squadron.
Well, then. What are you waiting for?
Why don't you have a husband?
Why don't you have a wife? There was someone. Once. Here we are. So I say, make the most of it.
Was she the one you loved?
Would you think it was strange?
No.
It's Frank here.
What is it?
His father. We just had the telegram.
Life is not kind. Anguish is inevitable. What matters is how you deal with it.
Poor little lad, having to bear it on his own.
He's not on his own.
Nobody knows how to be a parent. But you two, gosh, you make quite a pair.
SuperCon is a convention for anything you can think of in the geek genre.
Comic books, anime, video games, cosplay, wrestling.
I have the attitude that doesn't matter. We will put forth the best show we possibly can. Is it going to be exactly how we planned? No.
SuperCon has always been about entertaining people for every hour of the day. We literally take up every room in the convention center. From our position as a mom and pop organization with a handful of people in the office.
There's so many moving pieces, it's always chaotic. You're dealing with an event with 50,000 some odd people over the course of 4 days. Things are gonna happen.
Let me out! Let me...
Mike, stop it, Mike.
It's our job to make it look smooth on the outside, but backstage, you're trying to wrangle cats.
They're not kicking out everybody. It's fire marshal thing.
You're trying to manage the talent. You're trying to make sure everything runs on time.
You gotta come this way. The guards aren't doing their job.
It's organized chaos.
We got a report that there's a guy harassing celebrities.
How's that happening? I have to go fix it.
Sometimes the police have to get involved, and sometimes people go to jail. I need the cops at courtside right now. I mean, Lydia's mother almost got murdered.
I know. People like to say, oh, it's so good to do what you're passionate about. I was like, no. This is not a passion. I'm obsessed. And don't confuse the two. Because passion doesn't make you work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Obsession does. And obsession is what really moves mountains.
No sleep. Pretty much no sleep at all.
I don't know how I survive these weekends, but every year I do it, and every year I make it happen, and I survive.
And could it be cleaner? Sure.
You let me know when she's out. I gotta see Star-Lord with his shirt off.
Hey guys, I'm here with Brittany and Chris, two patrons of the Florida Film Festival. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
So tell me, what brings you to the Florida Film Festival?
I've always been a big fan of films. This is our 4th year coming to the film festival here. I've been coming to the Enzian for over 10 years now, and I love getting to see all the different movies.
Yeah, same thing. I moved to Central Florida about 5 years ago, and then this is my 4th Florida Film Festival in a row now. I love seeing the international films, and I like seeing shorts. A lot of stuff I don't get a lot of exposure to. That's what really keeps bringing me back to this.
So is there any particular film that you guys have seen or are looking forward to seeing this year at the film festival?
The best one we've seen so far, in my opinion, is Summerland. It was one of the spotlight films that played last night. It was just perfect. It was an incredible movie.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. There was a twist there that I didn't see coming, and it blew me away, and that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, we're about to watch one about international cake making. I'm looking forward to that because I love international films and I love cake, so I think it's just going to be a good time.
I mean, who doesn't love cake? I mean, like, if you don't love cake, there's something wrong with you. So I'm here with the programming director of the Florida Film Festival, Matthew Curtis. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
So tell us a little bit about the Florida Film Festival.
Florida Film Festival is one of the major regional festivals in the United States. It's our 29th year. We're the only fully Oscar-accredited festival in the state of Florida. That's in all 3 shorts programs, live action, animated, and documentary. So we're very excited about that as always. And we offer usually between 180 and 190 different films over a 10-day period. This year's a little different. Going 2 weeks exclusively at Enzian, and we'll be doing 177 films in the theater and 152 films online.
Now, obviously, we know with 2020 and with COVID happening, how did that affect the film festival this year? Like, what changes did you actually have to go through in order to make it work this year?
Quite a few. We were about 3.5 weeks out when the plug got pulled in mid-March. We were all ready to go. We were supposed to go April 17th to the 26th. And obviously, everything shut down. When we started to open back up, the theater actually reopened June 12th. And we knew we had about an 8-week window where if we wanted to still get it in this year, it had to be no later than early to mid-August, because that's when we usually open for submissions for next year's festival, which is now happening September 1st. We start submissions. So about 8 weeks out, very beginning of June, we approached our board, went through every angle possible about whether we can actually do this and pull it off. We got the okay to move forward. From the next big step was to find out how many filmmakers were still with us. We realized a lot of people may not want to travel, which is obviously the case as things have gotten worse in state. But remarkably, over 90% of the films we were going to play in April were still available to us for August. So we were thankful and appreciative of that, and excited to be able to add some new stuff also that all of a sudden we had room to do.
So as far as the films that have been featured here at the Florida Film Festival, are there any particular ones that you think people should definitely check out?
I mean, the shorts programs are such a unique opportunity to see a lot of films you'll never otherwise get a chance to see. They're very carefully curated. We sweat bullets. We take literally about 12 hours just to decide the domestic shorts competition. We added a program this year, but every category in the festival has its own strengths, and we pride ourselves that literally there's something for everyone in the community playing at this festival. No matter what you're into, what your tastes are, comedy, horror, midnight, music, food, Florida films, documentary, whatever it is, there's something for everybody. So, but I think you get a lot of bang for your buck if you come to a shorts program, because even if you don't like something, chances are it's going to be off the screen in 10 minutes and you'll be moving on to something else. But,
the shorts block is usually one of my favorite blocks to come to because of the fact that you have such a variety of different films playing all one after the other.
Yeah, they're really strong.
So if I know you're offering both virtual and in theater showings, how can folks get passes for these?
There are no more passes or packages left for in-person screenings, but there are standby tickets and plenty of single tickets available for almost everything. I think the only event that's on standby is the Evening with Joe Bob Briggs right now. So there's still plenty of tickets for theater. And the passes are going to go through Thursday night, August 20th, for the virtual platform. And they just go to eventive.com and they could register there and sign up. 152 movies, $40. It's an incredible deal. Now there are 4 features that are quantity sensitive, so with 100 viewings only. So it's possible by the end of this first weekend, those will be exhausted and the links will no longer work, because that's what the producers or the distributors agreed to. And we're thankful they gave it to us at all. This is such a new frontier for everybody. There are also a couple of other films in the festival that are not quantity sensitive, but time sensitive. They're only available for a 24-hour period or a 6-hour period. But everything else, the majority of the 152 movies we're offering were available from Saturday morning, 12:01 a.m. through Thursday night, 11:59 p.m., Thursday night the 20th. So the full 13 days. So it's a great deal, and people can get to experience some aspect of the festival, the most important one, getting to see the movies in the comfort of their home and safety of their home, and relax and enjoy some great, new independent original voices cinema.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. So far, the festival experience has been fantastic, even with the modifications that we've had to, everybody has had to deal with this year. You guys have done a fantastic job. If you guys want to check out some more of the Florida Film Festival, where can they go to find that out?
FloridaFilmFestival.com.
Well, that's a small glimpse of what the Florida Film Festival has to offer.
We'd love to show you everything that there is to do here, but in all honesty, you just have to check it out for yourself.
Remember, the Florida Film Festival runs from August 7th through the 20th. You can find tickets online at FloridaFilmFestival.com.
For more information about the Enzian Theater, please visit enzian.org. And remember, next week we'll be back to showcasing Florida filmmakers with the Stay at Home Film Festival.
And that's all the time we have for this special episode. We'll see you next time.